talk about top rope soloing. This is not meant to be an instructional video. I'm just going to go over my top rope solo setup, talk about some of the pros and cons, why I use it, and whether or not I think it's safe. So let's get started. Here are the devices that I use for my setup. My primary progress capture device is the Camp Lift Ascender. I decided to use this device because it doesn't have any teeth, so it shouldn't damage my rope. The one drawback is that it's only rated for 100 kilograms or 220 pounds, which means you probably shouldn't shock load it. It is also a Type B working line ascender, which means that it's not meant to arrest falls, and you should use a backup device. The backup device that I decided to use is the GriGri. The main reason I decided to use this is because it was a device that I already had, and it makes rappelling off the climb really easy. I also have a 120 centimeter Dyneema runner, which I use to make a chest harness. The harness is not load-bearing, and I use it primarily to keep the ascender separated from the GriGri, and I'll show this later. Finally, I use a quick draw with 2 locking carabiners to attach the ascender to my belay loop. Now let's put it all together. First, I'm going to attach the rope to the anchor so that I have 2 fixed lines. Next, I'll make a chest harness using this Dyneema runner. I'll put in 1 twist and then put it over my back. I'll use a carabiner to connect the 2 sides. Then I'll attach the ascender. I'll use the quick draw with the 2 locking carabiners. One goes on my belay loop. The other goes to the ascender. Finally, I'll load the GriGri. When I climb, the ascender should smoothly capture my progress like this. If I fall, the ascender should catch me. Now let's see this in action at the crag.
Here you can see that my rope bag is weighting the strand with the ascender so that the ascender is able to move up the rope smoothly. The main drawback of the setup is that you have to manually feed the rope through the GriGri. For me, this wasn't much of an issue because it felt very natural to me, because in lead climbing you also have to stop periodically to place protection. Also, I felt a little sense of relief after I pulled the slack through the GriGri, similar to how I would feel after I placed a piece of protection. One advantage of using the GriGri is that I can stop at any point, remove the ascender, and rappel. Another advantage is that I'm very confident in its ability to catch falls. While not designed for top rope soloing, I think it makes an excellent backup device to the Camp Lift Ascender. Finally, regarding safety, I think that top rope soloing is less safe than top roping with a belayer, because there are more components in the system and you don't have anyone else to double check your setup. I do think that the setup is safe enough for me because I'm familiar with the gear, the environment, and I've made everything that I could redundant. Here, I'm tying a catastrophe knot behind my GriGri and removing the ascender so that I can rappel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, and please stay safe.